We'll be looking at some of the most talked about Nollywood marriages that sadly ended in divorce. Before we get started, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video and share it with others. Your support really helps us grow and bring you more interesting content. Patrick Doyle and Iretiola Doyle. In 2004, veteran Nigerian actor and broadcaster Patrick Doyle married fellow thespian Iretiola Doyle, and together they had children. Though rumors of separation circulated from around 2017, the couple confirmed their divorce only in January 2023 when Ireti announced in an interview with Truth, "We are officially divorced." Ireti explained as life, while sometimes appearing ideal to fans, didn't always reflect reality. She expressed regrets for any disillusionments her splits may have caused and emphasized her decision to choose me over public expectations. She also shared that she was just 19 years old when she became a mother and married, acknowledging, "I had no business being married at that time." Following their separation, discussions about the surname surfaced. Patrick later quipped that Ireti retained the surname Doyle because he had been famous long before their marriage, asserting that her choice was more about recognition. Despite the divorce, Patrick has spoken positively of Ireti, praising her as a first-class mother and provider, and highlighting their continued respectful relationship. Emeka Ike and Suzanne. Emeka Ike and Suzanne were together for approximately 17 years, though their formal wedding ceremony took place only in 2014 in Lagos. Their long-term relationship came to a legal end when, on March 2, 2017, a Lagos Island customary court officially dissolved their marriage. The court's judgment was unequivocal. The union had broken down irreconcilably and could no longer be sustained. The dissolution followed a petition filed by Suzanne in which she alleged incessant beating, molestation, and torture, a situation she claimed she could no longer endure. Emeka Ike countered by denying all such allegations, asking the court not to dissolve the marriage. He testified that Suzanne had left their matrimonial home on 5 separate occasions without explaining why. He also remarked that the first real trouble had started when she began paying for their children's school fees. The court granted Emeka custody of their 4 children, while expressly granting Suzanne unhindered access to them, and provided a 30-day window for either party to appeal the decision. An additional detail in the case was the presentation of a bank draft dated July 20, 2016, which Suzanne used to refund the bride price that had originally been paid to her family. In essence, their long-standing partnership ended formally in 2017 under fraught circumstances. Serious allegations from Suzanne, denial from Emeka, and legal intervention that brought children's welfare and acknowledged the marriage irreparable breakdown. Fathia Balogun and Saidi Balogun. Fathia Balogun and Saidi Balogun were once one of the Nollywood's most admired couples. Both were successful actors, and their union attracted attention in the industry. They married and had children together, but their relationship became troubled over time. Reports pointed to personal differences and misunderstandings as reasons for their collapse. Eventually, they separated and later finalized their divorce. Since then, both have moved on with their individual lives and careers. Fathia continues to act and has kept her name as Fathia Balogun for professional reasons, while Saidi also remains active in Nollywood. Ayo Adesanya and Goriola. Ayo Adesanya and Goriola were once married and had a son together. Their marriage, however, was short-lived as it broke down due to irreconcilable differences and publicized disputes. After the split, there were reports of disagreements and accusation between them, which attracted media attention. They eventually went their separate ways, with Ayo focusing on her acting career in Nollywood and Goriola continuing his own path. Despite the troubled end, both have since moved on with their lives. Chika Ike and Tony Ebiriri. Chika Ike was once married to Tony Ebiriri. Their marriage lasted a few years but became troubled and eventually ended in divorce. Chika later revealed that the union was marred by issues, including reports of domestic abuse, which she said contributed to her decision to leave. The couple had no children together, and after the separation, Chika focused on her acting career, business ventures, and education abroad. Tony Ebiriri has largely stayed out of the public eye since the divorce. Kate Henshaw and Roderick James Nutter. Kate Henshaw was married to Roderick James Nutter, a British-born businessman. Their marriage lasted about 12 years and they had a daughter together. Over time, the relationship faced serious challenges and by 2011 they divorced. Kate has since remained single, focusing on her acting career, fitness brand, humanitarian work, and public service. Roderick Nutter has kept a low profile away from the public eye since their separation. Doris Simon and Daniel Ademinokan. Doris Simon was married to filmmaker Daniel Ademinokan, and the union produced a son. However, their marriage later collapsed due to irreconcilable differences. After the separation, Daniel moved on and got into a relationship with actress Stella Damasus, which stirred a lot of controversy at the time. Doris remained focused on her career and personal growth. while Daniel continued his work in film production. Their son has mostly lived with Daniel in the United States. If you're still watching at this point, kindly hit the like button and drop a comment below. We love to hear your thoughts. Edo and Philip Eyagwina. Edo married US-based businessman Philip in 2008. The marriage was highly celebrated but soon became troubled. By 2014, reports confirmed that the union had collapsed. Issues of distance, lack of trust, and allegations of infidelity were some of the reasons linked to the breakup. The couple had no children together, and after the divorce, Edo threw herself back into her acting career, business, and political appointments, while Philip has since kept a low profile in the United States. Jeta, Amata, and Mbong, Amata. Jeta, Amata, and Mbong Amata's story began with love and creativity. They married in 2008 and had a daughter together. At first, their union looked promising, with Jeta already a respected filmmaker and Mbong rising as an actress. But with time, cracks appeared. By 2013, they separated, and Mbong later confirmed in 2014 that their marriage had ended. She explained that she felt restricted in the relationship and needed her independence. While Jeta focused on his filmmaking career after the divorce, Mbong moved abroad to pursue new opportunities, while Jeta continued his work in the movie industry. Though once a celebrated Nollywood couple, their paths eventually diverged permanently. Fred Amata and Agatha. Fred Amata, a Nollywood actor and director, was once married to Agatha Amata, a well-known media personality and host of the TV show Inside Out. Their marriage produced 2 children. However, the relationship later broke down and they divorced after several years together. Since the separation, Agatha has focused on her media career and business ventures, while Fred has remained active in Nollywood. Both have moved on with their lives but continue to be recognized individually in their respective fields. Monalisa Chinda and Dejo Richards. Monalisa Chinda was married to Dejo Richards and their union produced a daughter. Their marriage, however, was short-lived. Monalisa later revealed that she suffered domestic violence in the relationship, which led her to walk away for her safety and peace of mind. After the divorce, Monalisa continued to build her career in Nollywood and later remarried in 2016. Dejo Richards, on the other hand, has kept a much lower profile in the public space since the split. Tonto, Dikeh, and Olaniyi Churchill. Tonto Dikeh married businessman Olaniyi Churchill in 2015 and they had a son together. At first, their marriage appeared glamorous but it soon turned sour. By 2017, they had separated amid public controversies with accusations of infidelity, domestic issues, and bitter exchanges on social media. Since the divorce, Tonto has focused on her acting career, business, humanitarian work, and politics. Olaniyi Churchill later remarried actress Rosie Mera, and they now have children together. Ike, Ogbonna, and Sonia Morris. Ike Ogbonna, the Nollywood actor, married Sonia, a Colombian model, in 2015. Their marriage was admired publicly and they had a son together. However, after a few years, cracks appeared in the relationship. By 2019, Sonia confirmed that they had divorced, citing irreconcilable differences. Since the split, Ike Ogbonna has remained active in Nollywood and entertainment, while Sonia has focused on her career and raising their son. Both have kept things cordial for the sake of co-parenting. Aigbe and Gentry. Aigbe was married to Olaniyi Gentry and their marriage produced a son. However, the relationship later turned turbulent. In 2017, Mercy left the marriage, accusing Gentry of domestic violence while he denied the allegations. Their split became very public, attracting media attention. Since then, both have gone their separate ways. Mercy has remained active in Nollywood and business, and she remarried in 2022 to filmmaker Kazeem Adeoti. Olaniyi Gentry has also moved on and remarried. Okoye and Stanley Duru. Okoye was once married to Stanley and the union produced 2 children. However, the marriage eventually broke down with reports of personal differences leading to their separation. After the split, Okoye continued to focus on her Nollywood career and raising her children, while Stanley Duru has largely stayed out of the public eye. Olaniyi, Afonja, and Omolara Olaniyi. Olaniyi Afonja, popularly known as Sanyeri, is married to Omolara Olaniyi. Their marriage has faced challenges, including period of living apart since Omolara relocated abroad with their children. Despite public rumors of separation, neither of them has confirmed a formal divorce. As of now, they remain legally married, though their relationship has been strained by distance and personal issues. Bolanle, Ninoluwo, and Bumi. Bolanle Ninoluwo was married to Bumi, and together they had 2 children. Their relationship went through ups and downs, including a temporary separation in the past, but they reconciled and got back together. However, in September 2023, Ninoluwo announced that the marriage had finally ended. He explained that despite effort, they could no longer continue as husband and wife. Since the split, both are focused on co-parenting their children while pursuing their separate lives. Yomi Gold and Mina. Yomi Gold, the Nollywood actor, was married twice. His first marriage ended before he later married his second wife, Mina. In early 2023, Yomi Gold announced that his union with Mina had crashed. He explained that they had both agreed to part ways because the marriage was no longer working. The separation came not long after the birth of their child together. Since then, Yomi Gold has focused on his acting career and personal life, while Mina has kept a low profile. Thank you so much for always supporting this channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share if you haven't already. Also check out other interesting videos waiting for you here on the channel. See you in the next one.